Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes, and if you've read Donna Tartt's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel Goldfinch, then you're familiar with the sweeping gut punch that she lays out in her story all about Theo Decker. Too bad the film version is missing all of that, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Now, in The Goldfinch, Oakes Fegley plays the young version of Theo, who witnessed the death of his mother after a terrorism attack at a museum. He survived, but has been plagued with the guilt ever since that day. The only thing keeping him connected to his mother is the Goldfinch painting that he stole that day. Now, the movie cuts to when he's an adult. He's now played by Ansel Elgort, and has really kept this secretive painting with him, traveling with him from one life event to another. The movie also stars Nicole Kidman, Sarah Paulson, Luke Wilson, and Jeffrey Wright. It is directed by John Crowley, who made the beautiful period romance Brooklyn a couple years ago. Now, I mentioned all these heavy hitters in the cast, and they attempt to give depth to these characters when it's not written for them in Peter Straughan's script. Many of the actors are left with minimal number of scenes, hoping to show off a fully fledged character, only then to come across as a stereotype. Now, Jeffrey Wright is quite good as the antique dealer that Theo spends a lot of time with. Nicole Kidman, I really think, deserves more screen time as the wealthy mother that takes him in. But I think that Sarah Paulson and Luke Wilson are both miscast as Theo's dad and stepmom in the Las Vegas scenes. Now, while the book follows Theo's life in a very chronological timeline approach, the movie jumps back and forth between his childhood and adulthood. I really think that this is a disservice in the storytelling, as this choppiness really never allows us to sit and understand how the choices in Theo's life as a child then manifest into his adulthood. Now, the book is long and dense, and I think that this film tries to be too faithful of an adaptation, as it covers too much ground too quickly without then grounding pivotal scenes and the importance certain characters have on Theo's life. There are themes of loss, grief, death, and feeling lost in the world, but John Crowley and Peter Straughan handle them far too delicately. There isn't enough depth or this, tug and pull and tug for the audience to feel empathetic toward Theo. Now, as someone who has read the book, I was able to really connect the dots in this really bullet points adaptation. I'm not sure if someone coming in fresh would fully understand aspects of this story. What this film does have going for it is the lush cinematography from Oscar winner Roger Deakins. There are still scenes from this movie that kind of linger in my head. However, all of that can't save this movie. I would say skip the movie and just make the time to read this book. You won't regret it. Unfortunately, I'm giving the movie version of The Goldfinch 2.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have new reviews of movies like Hustlers and It Chapter 2. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip. And then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews, as well as information on a Stanley Kubrick retrospective that's going on right now at the Alamo Drafthouse. Thank you so much for watching Paul's Trip to the Movies.